Wow. Okay. This is the first time I've scheduled a stream, and it's nice because in the past, when I just go and start streaming, I hit start streaming on OBS and then I'm just live on YouTube. But when this is scheduled ahead of time, I get a go live button. I get to check things ahead of time, and that's really, really, really good. Um, But yeah, what's the deal? Today's May 14th, and in my quest for trying to fucking feel something, um, I've been thinking a lot about how code looks and sounds and feels because this seems like a much easier sell to folks than accessibility. Yeah, it sucks. Nobody likes accessibility. They don't like it in the same way they don't like security. They're very similar concepts. And yeah, what do I mean to like feel something? Um, Computers are almost a blessing for some disabled folks, right? Because if you were print disabled prior to computers, you had to hope that somebody had created a document with Braille or in a format that you could consume. But now screen readers have created access to that sort of stuff. And it's kind of interesting to think about this stuff from the perspective of media theory and how these different media influence each other, how they're similar, how they're different. Somebody asked me the other day for some links to some design components, and it made me think about this one article, computational color, um, by Rudin Madsen. Wow. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna rearrange this. This isn't necessarily the setup we should be in right now if we're gonna be browsing the web. But this is great because, man, in the past I had to do this in OBS and I felt very weird messing with it. Um, but yeah, this post here by Rudin Madsen, who's a very influential digital designer, talks about color theory, introduces Joseph Albers, um, and one of the major differences that we talk about here are subtractive versus additive color systems. Um, so when we went from print to digital, we went from a subtractive color system to an additive color system. But what did we sacrifice in doing that? The color stopped having texture and feel to it, and it only became something that we could see and process that way. So there's this concept in media theory, or at least in McLuhan's media tetrad. Let's go there. Nice. Wikipedia is a great place to be, but I'm in the way of the good stuff. So this is a figure talking about what media does. So when we introduce a new medium, when we introduce a new technology, um, there are several effects that happen. Um, it enhances something that was lacking in the past. Um, it also retrieves something that we can recognize from the past, and also obsolesces something from the past. And this one's interesting. We might talk about that one a little bit more. And then it also reverses into something. So what we're playing with today is the idea of the digital medium reversing back into the print medium. And what we can sort of do different, right? Because it's not just print media, it's print media with a degree of control that we never really had before. Um, and we're going to think about how that really adds to the tactile angle, right? So when we're talking about web accessibility and we're talking about the operability of your accessibility, um, just make sure we capture all these links. These are some good ones. Um, like sharing these. I like when people ask me for stuff that helps me be reminded of really good pieces of media, right? When you read a good piece of media, when you read Rune Madsen stuff, it really enhances your understanding of color. It like obsoletes some very naive ideas you might have. It starts to retrieve painting and drawing and oh boy, I feel like that book's outside of this room. Man, I might take a break and go and get that book real fast, but then I have this extra challenge of finding the image. Bummer. Okay, yes. So what else might this lecture do? So the last thing that we need to consider is that it reverses back into something, right? And it reverses back into learning and knowledge and information and things that are very familiar, right? It reverses back into patterns that we can use or we can identify, things that we can say are right or wrong. But yeah, today we want to understand. Overall, the collection of this work that I present is media studies and notebooks. They they are a very flexible format that they're very flexible medium or intermediate that become a lot of things. That's why a lot of scientists tend to use them because they can become papers, they can become presentations, they can become posters, they can become teaching materials, right? They can become code, they can become all of these things. So when people measure notebooks on a single axis, they're denying the fact that they're really an intermediate. And that's what we're thinking about today. So I've been successful in the past couple streams of being able to create a notebook in around an hour from scratch. And the outcome is something that I can go and post on my blog. I get a YouTube output from it. So at this point, right, like a notebook is a multitude of things, right? The 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 notebook as an event, right? Post no bills kind of deal. Flyers for shows, things like that. I'm reminded of, and maybe we'll go and throw some pictures in here. But a notebook as an event, as an experience, is sort of what we're going for here because their flexibility allows it. And yeah, the notebook is a calendar link to an event and agenda. So we can include all of these things to start. We can set things ahead of time. It's potentially code, uh, software, or homework problems. Maybe those things could be code too. Fill in this code here. It becomes this event becomes a stream. That stream has translation. Maybe it could have descriptive audio. There's quite a few layers of text to speech or speech to text that we have access to. So it becomes screenshots, pictures. In a lot of ways, what I feel like I'm doing with some of this stuff is my OBS is only just sharing the screen share. So in effect, I'm using one of my monitors as a camera. And when I'm doing data visualization, and especially interactive data visualization, maybe reproducibility isn't always possible, but maybe capturing some of these intermediates actually is. So we get screenshots, we get pictures. Eventually, it becomes a blog post, and then I tweet or what? I'm not even gonna, but I'm going post social media, right? Another medium, right? And all of these things are different sizes. Um, so when you use notebooks correctly, when you use them as Swiss Army knives, and we know that a Swiss Army knife isn't a precision tool, but it's a glue language. It's Python, right? Like Python's a glue language. It's a thing that helps us put stuff together, right? So we're here for the flexibility. Um, and when we look at the flexibility and we consider the flexibility of it, that's the power. It gives us access to things that we might uh, have in the past required really significant knowledge to address, but now it's closer than it ever has been before. Being able to combine media is closer than it ever has been before. So yeah, let's get to this reversal here. So um, been thinking a lot about, like I said, the tactile element. Um, if we kind of look at, I'm gonna get to drawing a little bit. Maybe we'll let's go and expand this. Okay, let's put me over top of it, and then let's get that live captioning there. And I'm gonna make this just a smidge bigger. Okay, okay, and then I should be able to get. I don't know. Okay, so now the live captioning's on top, and now I'm there, and great. Now I can start drawing. Fun. Um, let's go down a little further. Cool. Nice. Nice. Okay. So I've got some paper here, um, and let's kind of clarify some of this visual and audible sort of stuff, right? So what we're talking about here is we're talking about some axis. There's three of them. This one is the dominant one. Ooh, visual. This is the visual axis. This is the one that dominates right now. See it to believe it, right? Like, think about the what a galaxy must sound like. That hot vapor and cold gas. There must be loud noises and absences everywhere, right? But we don't believe the existence of a galaxy till we see it in a picture. We see it in some projection, right? It's kind of wild. So like we live really strong on this one axis. And what we're asking for when we're doing accessibility related work is we really want to think about, well, not only how it sounds visually, but what are the, non-visual elements here. So the non-visual elements are the audible and the tactile. And when we do something inaccessible, it lies purely on the visual axis. But it's possible, what accessibility says is it's possible to design something that lives on that axis, sure, but also on a visual, audible, and the tactile axis, right? So when we're playing with this, when we're doing experiments with stuff, you this isn't one of those situations where you can only have two of the three. This is a situation where you can have your cake and eat it and hear the chewing sounds that make autistic people fall out of their chair. Maybe that got a little personal. Shit. Anyway. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get here. Now, getting here from a purely visual space is very, very hard. This is retrofitting inaccessibility. It's really hard. It's not a straight line, right? It's circuitous. And it's probably political as hell. I don't know. The Sometimes I think people should just sort of close their eyes a little bit and take some deep breaths and be more aware of what this stuff sounds like and feels like, right? We should have a need to design for deaf people, but right now we don't. So what we're experimenting with, so when we do this, right, we've got these, it's nice to hold some things visually constant, right? Like we can hold the visual of a plot constant. And like in some of the other streams that I've done, we can show that that visual representation that might be some, image could actually be a table instead. And when we do that, this table has better, the table image, replace that with a table for reasonable size data. What this does is that for assistive technology, the affordances of a table are very, very good. You get arrow keys. You can go from the top to the bottom. You can read whole rows at a time. You can read whole columns at a time. So what that means is that the concept of representing a figure as a table expands the audible and tactile dimensions, right? So alt text is more like going from a visualization to the audible and the tactile. And basically, hey, what tactile features do you get with a screen reader? You can hit the button I, you can find the image, and then it reads the alt text. All you can do is go to it. All you can do is visit it. But data's like malleable. It's physical. It's a material, um, and we should be able to explore it and touch it. And that's what the concept of audible and tactile design is, right? So one of the experiments I like to do is like, what if you hold the visual constant? What if you hold the visual constant? What if you hold the audible constant? What if you hold the tactile constant? And one of the things is that from a media perspective, when we went from the physical to the digital, we lost a sense of touch and supplanted that touch with our vision, with our, when we look at a page, when we peruse something now, that is akin to touch, but it's still on a fairly limited bandwidth. So one of the things that would be great is to actually have physical paper again, and that means that we're going from the digital to the physical. Um, and that's what we're going to try and do today, right? So we're going to try and make a zine, and we're going to consider a single. We're going to consider a very simple situation. So this is we're going to have a, we're going to think about a 4-page zine. Okay, so this 4-page zine is made out of 4 notebook cells. Okay, so when we go and print this, this is our. Let's get jazzy. Um, I don't. Yeah, nobody's watching, so I can do whatever fuck I want. But maybe somebody will watch one day. That would make me happy. So let's just say this is the front, and I don't have to use any curse words this time because I hey, there's we know what these things are. Um, no lorem fucks them. Anyway, this is the front, and then I got I'm not. We gotta do the back. Okay. I still haven't stopped with the front. Oh my God. I don't know. Is the back gonna be simpler or harder, right? So that's the front, and then this is the back. Wow, that's a fat B. Mm, look at that badonk on the back. Uh, maybe I should have just wrote badonk. I don't know how many times that's been written in calligraphy. Sometimes that's the funny stuff. Is like I know I might be like the first person writing some like weird ass open source project in calligraphy. It's really easy to invent new tricks. Um, but yeah, this is the back now, right? So what that means is that when we make our zine, our 4-page zine, one side of the page is page one, the other side of the page is page four. And then over here, we get a big deuce, one liner, get the fuck out. And then over here, we're gonna do a three. Okay, so now we see that we need, what, oh, what side does this go on? Okay, so the one and the two are on the same side. So two and three. Okay, so these are sort of opposite sides here. All right, so this is what we want to kind of construct from four cells using a notebook and the CSS print API. We're gonna think about how one of these hour-long streams or posts can become a zine, which would be sick as fuck, right? When we get to more pages, things get a little complicated, but let's not linger on that right now, and let's jam a little bit. Sweet, made a zine, made a zine in what, 8 minutes? Anyway, it's not bad. I like it. Maybe I'll take some pictures of that and put it on the page. But it's metazine. Um, anyway, let's put our pens away. It's about the only thing I put away. Everything else in my life is a mess, but my pens, I usually know where they are. Because if I don't, my head explodes. All right, paperback, so we can have some room. Keep our pens close so we don't rely on the computer the whole time. And cool. All right, so let's do this. Okay. Do we want to see me? Yeah, probably. I don't know where we went though. Okay, that, I got it. Nice. Hey, what's up? All right, picture in picture. What is this? Oh, I made it super big. Okay, great. Let's go up here, and then we got our captions, and let's okay. Woo. All right. There we are. And yeah, a lot of our CSS is really going to be on the left side, but won't need my face this big. Whatever. All right, now we can jam. Okay, so let's go. Print CSS MDN. All right. So this is where I started recently. And what it turns out is that there are a few syntaxes we can use, and this is one of the main ones. So without going too much further, let's just start ripping on this over here. And I am on Jupyter Notebook, so I'm in a single notebook mode. This situation might be very, very different for at media print for Jupyter Lab. So now this is our setup here. Um, boom, fail. Come on, there we go. Great. That syntax highlighting looks super duper great. I'm pretty sure Jupyter Lab LSP is giving me that one. But yeah, let's go and do a print. And this is what it looks like so far. Pretty great. There's not really much to do. Uh, maybe. Oh, you know what? I'm actually in Jupyter Lab. Never mind. I am in single document mode. Uh, okay. Okay. That looked really good. Uh, I thought I was in single document mode. Let me go over there though. Okay. So now I'm getting out of Jupyter Lab, and then I'm gonna hit Control P, and this is different now. See up here, we got a header, and it's even showing the toolbar and stuff like that, right? So what we want to do is we want to like hide some of these things, and eventually get a solid looking notebook. So here we go. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna do this. This way I get some. Oh, that I lost that good syntax highlighting though. What a bummer. Okay, but anyway, let's do JP dash cell, and then we're gonna say, oh yeah, we're gonna say border. I use border. It's like you need to give it border to, let's say, we work in inches here. Solid black. Okay, this is just so we can verify that like our jams are jamming. There we are. Okay. So this print query is custom to um, just our print mode. Doesn't affect anything. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to keep swinging in and out in between modes. And yeah, let's continue along here then. Great. Okay, so we're saying that so now we know at least that our query is working, and we've got some stuff in here we don't want. We won't want the toolbar. We won't want this. So let's go and check inspect. Um, and then we are deep in our toolbar. This is a menu bar. So this is a web component. So let's hide JP-toolbar. Okay. I don't know how to copy and paste stuff out of the dev console very well. It always feels jank. Display none. So gotta hide this from printing completely. Good. That went away. Now we gotta get rid of this guy. Um, and that thing is a menu panel wrapper, maybe? Menu panel wrapper. Wrong wrapper. I get it. Anti wrapper. Control P. That's great. All right. Now, these things up here and down here, we can control those too. So let's just peek into there real fast and see how we can control them. We don't need to do any JavaScript stuff. We don't need to. Oh, what are you? Uh, at at media CSS page media module. This is it. So we can do break after. All right. Let's see how that one works because what we kind of want to do break after page. Okay, so let's see if what that does. All right, let's go and break after. Oh, dirty's outside. Okay, break after page and print. That didn't do nothing. Okay, what are you supposed to do? Content with show print preview. Always break. Always. Yeah, because we don't have a page break. So it's saying page is saying, hey, if there's an end of a page break, like break here, or you might even be able to break it in the middle. Let's see, do we have? Urgh, it doesn't look like that's what we want. Okay, let's just like dig in real fast. I'm not sure if JP-cell is actually like our best bet. It could well be, but it could well not be. JP window outer. Okay. Oh my God. Window panel. What's that? Scroll bar. Why do you? Notebook footer. Oh my God, I lost it. Try again. Div hell. Okay, so this is JP-cell. Okay. So we're using some window. Yeah, they're using the feed roll. That was my bad idea when I was like naive about learning this stuff. Also, there's like a yellow on ARIA practice guides that like you can't see readily. Anyway, man, naivete in your face. We should fix that though. Uh, at least I make these streams and I can remember to do that. But all right, let's see what we need to do for break after. Okay, so break after sets how the page and oh, so actually, um, mm, did it wrong.
Screen reader on. New window.
Didn't you have to
New
start
tab dash Google Chrome.
Firefox with Orca, otherwise it doesn't
Leaving
go.
list. Break dash after dash C break. Leaving list. The break dash after. Skip to main content. Skip to search tab. Skip return. Break dash after. Break dash after. Baseline cross limited availability. Chrome check Edge check Firefox cross Safari cross. Toggle button. Collapsed. The break dash after. CSS. Visited link. Property sets how page, column, or region breaks. Should behave after a generated box. If there is no generated box, the property is ignored. Try it. Link. Heading level 2. Leaving main content. CSS demo colon. Break dash after. Heading level 4. Reset. Push button. Entry.
Yeah, why should I read it? I have a hard time reading for
Break dash
people.
after. Visited link.
Uh, if there's no
Guides. Link.
generated box, I don't
Guides.
understand what a generated box is. Each possible breakpoint is affected by the break. Break. Okay. Oh my God. I feel like we have to like do this like break inside thing a few times. Oh my God. Are we in over our head already? Because this is kind of the critical one, right? Like what we said was we wanted a cell per page. So they've got break
Main set
after.
break dash after. Screen reader off.
They got break after column span. Okay. 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 All right. So they have like a horizontal display that they want to make into a print format. Um, and I think we're gonna have to oh my God, I don't like know how many layers of things I would have to actually let's do this. Inspect. And then I'm gonna see if I can input area, the whole thing. Okay, here's JP-cell. Get copy CSS path. What's that give me? Okay, this might actually be pretty useful here because from this selector, we can start to say break after always. Okay. Oh my God, there's so many. What are they all? Come on. Okay, so we don't need the HTML in the body. We can probably start at this main dot. So, uh, okay. Oh my God. lm.widget main dot. Okay, we want to do main split panel. Don't need these selectors. Uh, and then Okay. Yeah, basically what we need to do is we need to start say like so there's a thing that they called I said was a generated box. Okay. Trying to avoid breaking tables and great. Okay. Okay. So basically we want to define this stuff like deep, 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 deep inside our notebook. And look, there's the bottom left, bottom right stuff. Let's do that right now. Let's see if we can affect that change because we were talking about that. So let's do the bottom left. They've got a counter on the page, and this is the bottom left page. Oh, so that's the page on the left side. Wonder if we can do this. Tony didn't do shit. Okay, bottom left. Let's see. At page left. So they only have left and right. How do you do at page colon right at page first? Neat, neat, neat. Okay, you can set the sizes back to where we were at media CSS page module. What's orphans? That's the minimum number of lines in a block container that must be shown. I don't even know. I'm not gonna. Orphans, that's dark. What the fuck, y'all? At page. So at page left, at page right, at page wide, at page top right. Oh, maybe my like content is just. Sometimes I don't know how to use. Oh, that looks fine. At page top left. Did not change anything. At page at top right. Is page number just like some shit? Okay. It does not look like it's hitting. Let's oh, you know why, y'all? That's why. This query has to be out here. No? Oh, you can't. It's some messed up CSS there. Maybe now? Come on. Surely. Oh, at page at. I'm like looking at the top left. I didn't. How would CSS be able to read my mind? CSS AI. Ugh. I think I lost some like hotkeys that I really appreciated. When I put in LSP here, it's like no zero sum games in software anymore. Okay, nothing. Everything's stupid. Oh, I bet you this shit isn't even supported. Huh. Let's go over here. We got Chrome, right? Yeah. Mm. Be right back. Oh, son of a gun. Yeah, what? This is stupid. I'm so upset right now. All right. Why does this have to be so hard? Okay, be right back. Coming. There, I don't. Nobody needs that. So there's so many messages in here that I can't find what I need. Son of a gun. Uh, mm, this usually doesn't happen to me. This is like very surprising right now. Um, Stop it. Okay. All right. Fine. We're just gonna run on a different thing. And let's hope that Google has it. I should have probably checked can I use, but yeah, great. Okay, okay. So now we should be here, single document mode. Great. Okay, printing notebooks. Great. Okay, so now we run this and we print a file. Oh, we don't get a. Do we not get a print preview over here? Oh no, that's less fun. Oh man, all of this is okay, fine. Let's go. We were supposed to check something anyway. Um okay. Can I use break after? Oh no, all that stuff looks good. Yeah, never mind. I'm telling tales out of school. Top left. Okay. All right. Why isn't this working then? Uh we wanted to look at page. What is this? How do you do that? What do you do then? Okay. So page top the first part include the top center. Oh, that's sick. How cool. Can we do this? This is great. Okay. So let's say uh so it seems to be saying something like at page uh let's say the cover. And then we can go and do whatever. Let's get fine size uh A4 portrait. I don't know what's good. Okay. And then oh right. Oh, there we go. That's good. That's better. Okay. A4 portrait. at page cover, and then we're going to say that first child, first type is page cover. Uh-oh, I don't think it worked. Maybe we're not being, maybe, okay, at media print, at cover, size A4. How would you, oh, I guess I don't really know if I know how, okay, let's say, let's just add some content to it. See if that, maybe we can't. Maybe we don't know. Maybe this isn't organized in a way that makes sense. Now, one of the things I was thinking mm, was that I could maybe go and do this on a exported notebook, and it might be a little bit easier to reason with. Let's go and see. Maybe today is less successful than I had hoped. Yeah, maybe in a complex application, we are asking for pain here. Um, so let's, I'm trying to, whatever, seems fine. No, this one has like a bunch of things in it. I'm listening to, that's fine. Wonder if this one has a bunch of images in it too. Okay, um, back over here. Okay, so let's see if we can like live hack this. So we don't want a bunch of the stuff before here. So let's see if we can inspect and then go and say for this, can we go and add a print rule at media print? No. Uh, Customize print CSS dev tools. Open, emulate. Oh, okay. All right. I've never ever actually done this. This is cool. Uh, okay. So now we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna choose rendering. Mm, okay. So that is in more tools. F12, more tools. Oh, no, it's doing it now. Okay, and then what? Am I in print mode now? Does that mean like I can? I don't know. Hmm. Okay, well, I wish that this was becoming. I wish that this was happening easier. It really seems like. I wonder if the scope does. Is it possible that the scope matter? Like we were able to hide things for sure. And I wonder, was there something in the top right before? Maybe we're actually having effect. Nope. So let's try This is saying top center anyway. Okay. Why is top center not working? At media print. Oh, does it go inside? We had that before, but we thought that was wrong. I wonder if Jupiter's setting something. Let me try this. Check this out. We're gonna go and export this as just some HTML here. We're gonna open it. Hit Control P. Okay, no, there's no customization going but we should probably should have just like worked over there to start with. Um, I gotta, I got I got some ideas I need to work on. Maybe this will get easier sometime. Top center, top left. Um, can we go and maybe change the color? And maybe that'll do something. I'm kind of worried that this isn't okay. Let's go here. Okay, so the ace. I feel like this is getting shown. Definitely is getting shown because we're hiding the stuff, right? Um, but then let's do inspect here. Okay, at page, at top left, and this wouldn't be firing if this wasn't right. Um, okay, so what does this stuff look? So these should have some demos here. So here's a demo, pages with, okay, beautiful. Okay, so they set up each page, and none of that is in a media tag. So this probably is not right. Okay. Um, and yeah, I'm kind yeah. Oh no, we already checked to see. All right, it doesn't look like we're gonna win today unless it's on another page. Um, but yeah, we're getting further here. Um, and oh no, we're in Jupiter Lab still. We gotta stop doing this. This is reopen. What's that mean? No, I don't want that. Open, duplicate notebook, new view for notebook, showing, no, mm, there. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is a different view, and actually, it looks like Jupyter Lab is more print ready than Jupyter Notebook. I wonder what this thing, if this thing's a thing. What can we see it? What that thing is in? If we go here, hmm, I've got too many things open at this point. We don't need that one. Don't need that one. We're here. Okay. So now Control P. Okay. F12. And then we want to. Okay. So this is like in a responsive view. Okay. No throttling. So this isn't add media queries. Nice. Capture screenshot. I've never actually done that. It was a good experience. I'm glad I was able to see that for the first time in a contained kind of way. Okay, so that's a watcher there. And we want to go and see. Okay, more tools, rendering. Okay. Uh, oh, sick. Okay, cool. So that's always been there, hasn't it? I guess if I'm like normally over here in the console, what's new? I don't need that rendering. Now that's a tab there. Okay, so disable local fonts, enable dark mode, emulate focus, keep page. Let's see. And then we want to stop this, I think. Okay, and then we hit rendering. Um, okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. So start hitting buttons. Okay, layer borders, frame rendering shots. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that? Whoa, whoa. It's gonna keep saying whoa. Disable local fonts. Okay, neat. But does any of this mean that I can edit the style here? Anyway, I think things have gone off the rails. I'm probably gonna call it on this one, and I clearly have some research to do. Uh, so yeah, it was a good start. I really do want to get to a physical, tactile zine. It's clear that I was in over my head on this one, but the intention is good. You know, if we keep trying to exercise the audible and the visual and so on and so forth a little bit more, um, then I think we start to create accessibility solutions. These data visualizations, I think Chartability even talks about it in their intro. I guess I'm just throwing that stuff over top stuff. So we're ensuring that data visualizations are accessible. I don't know if it's in here that it's mentioned, but like data visualization is an accessibility tool. Um, so you know, all of this design stuff, they once we get to print media, right? It's interesting if we can start doing something interesting with SVGs, for example. If we can get more SVGs onto the page, can we send them over to Crickets? Can we go and make tactiles? Can we go and do Braille? I found some examples online where you're making Braille from Crickets, or they're more DIY approaches. But it's interesting to sort of think about the opportunities for both art and science kind of colliding when we start to bend all this media together. So yeah, I'm gonna stop streaming on this one, and hopefully I can come at this one better another time. The printing is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.